Yo, what is going on, Madden Community Collision, back here with another, I guess I could say, guide for you guys. Kind of wanted to go over, honestly, in-game philosophy, what I've learned over my years of playing, and how you need to improve more than just watching a guide on the internet or buying an ebook. These things are good options. They're great options, I'd say, if you can find a reasonable one that works good for you, but they don't exactly teach you how to improve at the game besides drawing plays and just remembering how to set up things, and the game is more than that. And I kind of wanted to go over with you guys some things I gathered that I wanted to talk to you about. I basically gathered 5 tips and wanted to show them to you guys. So anyway, number 1 is, when you're playing this game, you need to, and I might get a little mouthy here, but you need to give a damn. You can't play Madden and just boot up the game and try and come out and throw some dots, and you just don't want to play. If you're loading up Weekend League, you don't feel like playing, don't play, man. Don't. No, it's not the end of the world if you miss your rewards. I don't even know if they're still doing Weekend League. I don't even know if it matters with the MCS anymore. So if that's what you're thinking about, I don't even think that's the case anymore. Excuse me for my phone going off. But if you don't feel like playing, then goddamn, don't play, bro. You don't have to. Because this game, if you want to take this game competitively and you want to be the best in the world, you need to give a damn. And if for one weekend you don't give a damn and you want to do something else, by all means go do that, man. And no, I'm not trying to trash on your dreams. I'm trying to make you a better player. And if your heart is not in the right place, you're not going to perform well. You're going to get upset at the game. You're going to rage. You're not going to play right. You're going to miss your reads. You're not going to remember the right plays to call when you know what defense they're running. You need to be in the right frame of mind, okay? And this goes into my next tip, and that's ownership, okay? If you throw a pick, okay, let's say you get all the way down into the red zone, you misread, you thought the defense was in cover 3. You came out and mesh post, nice little easy play we all like to hit the running back, and they had a vertical hook. Zone drop was there, and it picked off your wheel route on the running back. Don't blame the game because you threw a bad read. Don't say, this game sucks, I got all the way down the field, and I got cheated. You probably have come up with an excuse that you feel comfortable with, and you're happy that you can tell that to anybody, and they may just believe you that was the case and the game cheated you. Stop that shit. Stop it. You can't lie to yourself. And when you do those things, you're only hurting yourself, because every single time you knew deep down what you did wrong. You knew you throw the pick. You knew you did wrong, and you need to accept that and learn from it. You need to kind of tap your chest a bit, say, hey, that's my fault. Let's make a stop on defense. Let's get right back down the field, okay? And don't do that little thing that you always see YouTubers do, or if your opponent has their mic on, they throw a pick and they go, oh my God, I'm going to lose the game. I'm going to lose this fucking game right now. Stop, dude. That is such a loser mentality, and losers play like that, okay? If you play like that, you're probably an 18-7 Weekend League player if you're halfway decent at the game. You're probably a 19-6 Weekend League player. You may even be in 20-5, but I guarantee you can be a 23-2 player if you know somewhat what you're doing and you actually are in the right mindset and you're not blaming the game on everything. Because when you don't blame the game, you actually blame yourself, and when you blame yourself, you actually know what you did wrong, okay? You knew you threw a bad read, okay? So hit Xbox, record that. Don't just record your highlights, man. Record your games. Record your losses. Learn from them. You have to. It's the only way you're going to get better, okay? So stop blaming the game, okay? Stop blaming your opponent. Stop saying, if you give up a touchdown or you throw a pick, I'm going to lose this game. This kid's going to beat me right now. Stop that, man. Stop. Nobody wants to hear that, okay? Nobody at all. All right, I'm sure you guys have seen this stuff on YouTube. Nobody likes hearing that mess. It's garbage. It's filth. It's not how winners play. Winners tap their chest, say, I know what I did wrong, and we're going to learn from it. Okay? We're going to read the defense a little better next time. We'll know what to expect. Okay? So keep that in mind, man. Just keep the ownership in mind. If you messed up, it's your fault. If you think this game is too glitchy, if you don't like the way it plays, get off the game, hop on Fortnite, I don't know, play Call of Duty instead. Try and find if you want to go pro in these games, find a career elsewhere. This game is not good when it comes to polished gaming. It's not. It's a glitchy game. We all know it. So you're signing up for that. And you should know that by now. Stop blaming the game. Blame yourself. All right? We can all get better. that being said, my next tip is to know that you do not need to follow meta, but what you should understand is the concept that the meta brings, okay? So if you guys are going against a bunch player and he has a streak and a corner route in the bunch and he's always getting it on the sideline, well, maybe you don't want to run bunch either. Maybe you just think it's a annoying formation. You don't enjoy playing it. Know that you can transfer these type of concepts in other formations, okay? You can put, if you're in a trip set, to put them on the wide side. I know this is kind of basic knowledge to some, but some people need to hear it still. Apply concepts that you see in other formations into different formations. It's not all just designated for one type of scheme, okay? Like the wheel routes, you can find, or I should say, the wheel routes would cover 3 out of bunch with the verticals in the streak. You can find that in other playbooks. You can find it in single back bunch, for example. You can find it in single back and tights and all these tight formations. You can find these plays. It's not just cover 3 bunch verticals. And if you're just an average player and that's your only wheel concept that's going to be cover 3 and you're only running bunch for that one play, your opponent's going to know what's coming, dude. So, apply these concepts to other formations and you can really branch out and find something that works good for you. You know what I'm saying? You can find, just like how bunch verticals with the wheel route plays against cover 2, it beats cover 2, that far side wheel route. You can find wheel routes in literally any formation. You can even streak a wide side receiver sometimes against cover 2 depending on the zone drops. You got that, man. So just know you can apply different, or you can apply the same concepts to different forms. And don't ever forget that. Wheel routes here, I'll show you this real quick. I'm sorry. Like if your running back is on a wheel, you can get away with this in so many, I shouldn't say so many formations, but like with mesh spot, how we know that the out route on the far side receiver in the wheel can get open inside the seam. Or if we're playing strong close and we play wide receiver out, it's a play. I'll show it on screen just so you see what I mean. We can put the running back on a wheel route and just flat the receiver, and guess what? It plays the same way. The purple's going to go out to the sideline. Your wheel's going to get open. So these are just fundamentals that we know from playing the game. And if you're new, it's going to take a bit. You need to play online and, understand how these things happen in different formations. You'll understand how it works. So just know that you don't always have to follow meta. But you should know the concepts of what the meta is doing and how it's burning you on defense, for example, or offense. You understand what I'm saying. You can apply the same things in different forms. And that is my tip number 3. And number 4 is going to be to read superstar abilities carefully, okay? And I'll go break it down to you guys. I went into the franchise mode just so I can change my abilities. And so I put on Dak inside Deadeye, perfect pass accuracy on throws inside the numbers. Now, last year, you could literally run backwards and do a 180 throw and get a dot, an absolute dot, in online competitive if you had this ability. They changed that this year, okay, which is good. That's good for the game. But you can still scramble, and if you're throwing, not cross body, but if you're throwing in stride, if the receiver's following you, you'll get a perfect pass accuracy. I'll show you right here. I'm going to put CD here on a slant, and if I roll right, I'll still get a perfect pass accuracy right there. It says Deadeye, because when I'm releasing that ball, it's inside the numbers. So use that to your advantage. If you guys have a deep bomb going downfield, right? Let's say, for example, this post route gets open up top. I'm just going to run this play. It's going to be covered. But let's just say, and I need to roll out, and I can kind of, okay, Jalen Smith is just coming all over me. That sounds weird, pause. But, you can use these to your advantage. As you guys see, I can literally just kind of scramble up and throw this, and I get an absolute dot. I was actually under pressure there, but I don't get Deadeye. But if you guys, of course, aren't under pressure, things like that, you can scramble, and you can get inside Deadeye to proc because it's a throw inside the number. And that's what I'm kind of going for, is understand really what your abilities are doing. If you guys want a more descriptive version of the... I can't show it to you guys in here. If you guys want to really know what abilities do, go into franchise mode. You can click on these abilities like I'm about to right now. I'm going to go to adjust lineup, and you can literally see this giant description of what it says right here. It doesn't show you this in MUT, okay? And I don't get it, okay? EA, they don't know what they're doing, okay? They don't play their game, and we all know this. But look, passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all throws inside the numbers, except on high-low throws. Now, last year, like I was saying, you could use Escape Artist and you could run backwards, do a 180, and get an absolute dot crossbody if you just had this ability. This year, I don't think it's like that. I think it's just, you know, if you're rolling out and you're throwing it towards the inside, you'll still get Deadeye. If you're standing in the pocket and you're throwing to the inside, you'll still get Deadeye. It still works that way. You just can't do crossbody stuff no more, which is good. But my point is to just truly understand what these abilities are offering you and read them. It doesn't hurt to come into franchise mode and just read some of these things and get a more detailed description. Like literally, right here with Bulldozer, ball carriers with this ability have more powerful truck animations. In MUT, I'm sure it would say something like improved truck animations. So it's like these more descriptive versions. Passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all unpressured throws while their feet are set in the pocket. In MUT, it does not read that, okay? So come to franchise and read these things off and actually understand what they're doing. If I go to defense here and I want to actually see what my abilities are in my corners, okay? Here we go. Oh, look, flat zone KO. Defenders with this ability force more catch knockouts and react quicker in any flat zone coverage less than 10 yards from the line of scrimmage and outside the hash marks. MUT does not tell you that, bro, okay? They don't, and I don't get it. I don't understand why they can't just copy and paste. They do it for everything else. But you have to come here if you want that ability edge. If you want to understand abilities, you need to go to franchise. I made a video on how to lab with any ability here on franchise. Incredibly easy because it's not going to be put in MUT anytime soon. So understand that. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of teasing the game a little bit. I'm not here to shit talk it. I'm just here to make you guys better. But all in all, understand what your abilities are doing before you're just slapping them on there because some YouTuber is telling you to, okay? Yes, I know it works for the most part. This game is pretty friendly when it comes to that, but if you want that edge, know what you're doing, know what you're putting on your players. And guys, my final tip is to know you can lab and lose, all right? It does not matter, at least in my personal opinion, if you are losing in a MUT head-to-head game. If you care about your MUT head-to-head record, then please go to the online expedition mode in the main menu to lab. But just know, when you are labbing different abilities in your not even abilities, schemes, formations, anything like that, and you're losing, don't try and come back and win the game. Of course, you know, try it with your new things, but don't back out and go back to your other formation. You know, if you're trying to work and make a, I don't know, let's say you're making a spread scheme. You want to make your own gun spread, okay? And you're a bunch player. I know I always say bunch, it's easy. Let's say you're a bunch player. Okay, you're down 14 now because you're practicing your spread look. Don't go back to bunch just because you're losing the game and you want to win. I know we're all very competitive, but drop that shit, man, okay? If you are labbing because you think that learning spread will make you better, because you just think you're an okay bunch player, you could probably beat this guy, right? But don't go back to bunch just because you can win the game, okay? This is about getting better. Okay, so that's why I promote these exhibition game modes. It's to make us better. Don't worry if the guy's going to send you a message after the game. Screw that guy, okay? He's a moron, okay? Because he's not getting better. He's just playing the game after school, all right? So when you're labbing, go into the mindset that, hey, I'm labbing. And if you throw a pick while you're labbing, take ownership. Okay, hey, I threw that pick. This is still kind of new to me. Now I know I can't throw that. Or I should have thrown this instead. Now I know what I can throw, all right? And guys, it all applies on defense as well if you're labbing defense. So keep it in mind, guys. Know you can lab and know you can lose. All right, this game's record, it doesn't matter unless you're playing weekend league, of course, or if you are really passionate about that MUT head-to-head record. And I completely understand that, gentlemen. This was my guide to get better in Madden. I know this isn't some, oh my gosh, best play in Madden bullshit. This is just something that I think we all need to hear, and I think this is something that we all really need to implement to get better. I'm sure I've left some things out. If you guys have any tips that you've learned in your Madden journey that you kind of want to talk to us about, please put it in the comments. I mean, we're all here just to get better. I'm sure that's the only reason anybody would click on this video, guys. And I should have said this in the beginning of the video. I'm so far from the best player in the world. I suck nuts at this game. All right, now I can get a few top 100 games throughout the year. or I should say weekend leagues. I get in there a lot, all right? But I suck, all right? That's just it. I'm not your Dreenies. I'm not anything like those guys. I can beat them sometimes, but I'm far from the best, and I just want to tell you guys what my mindset is in these games and what I'm thinking and how I'm trying to make myself better, okay? These games, when they frustrate us, it's a lot of little things that add on. So we need to find ways to not worry about the little things. There's so many hard things going on in life that this game should not be one of them, all right? So you guys got this. Keep playing hard. If you don't want to play this game, don't play this game. If you think this game is trash, brother, I understand. So let it go. You guys got this. Apply this to any game. Keep ownership in mind. Keep playing hard. And trust in yourselves. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for watching and listening to your boy. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like. It really doesn't matter, but I thank you guys for it. You guys have a wonderful day. If you guys are working on your MUT seasons, great luck. Dominate, boys. Peace.